How you doing, guys? This is Homer Cocktail doing some vlogging. The sun's gonna set in about an hour or less. Major accomplishment. Here's me in my Viking hat. My poopy's over here. Here comes the poopy. Where's he going? He's going to get some food or something, I don't know. Major accomplishment. This land where I'm at, it's about an acre and a half, roughly. Stayed here a little longer than I thought it would. It's been in the family since I was a toddler. And my dad built a house a couple of lots down. Beginning of the 70s. It was completed, I think, in the 80s. A couple of lots down that way. Eventually it was foreclosed on. And a couple of things I want to talk about. I'm not sure what this piece is going to be called. In the news right now, just want to get this out of the way. I did a commentary at my Homer Cocktail 9 site about Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. And I just bought my dad 1984 for Father's Day. We're coming at the end of June in 2013 right now. And ever since the Bush administration, there's been this constant Orwellian vibe and Orwellian allusions to what life's become with Big Brother and everything. And I released a book this year, this Brick Jane, called Thermite. It touches on the NSA, ironically. And earlier this month, one of the NSA employees came out and revealed some supposedly sensitive stuff. Then the United States went out and tried to arrest him. He talked to some British guy in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong didn't extradite him. Instead, they let him escape to Russia. Can you imagine that? One place, communist China and communist Russia back in the day, and here we are in the land of freedom. And this guy's out here, hey, there's no more freedom, man. The government's spying on your fucking emails and your calls and shit. Anyhow, well, this guy was supposed to get flown to Cuba. From there, he's going to take refuge in Ecuador. But today on the news, he didn't get on a flight to Cuba. He's still out there in Russia, as far as they know. But that's just something on the side right now. My last name is Corona, like the beer Corona. Hispanic name. I'm probably gonna put this in black and white, but my eyes are green. They're green, and I have dark brown hair. Some people over the course of my life got confused, like, why is your name Corona? Or, maybe in my family, my mom, she had pretty much olive skin, brown eyes, and brunette hair, dark hair. Maybe people in my family are like, how'd you turn out looking like you do? My dad has blue eyes, by the way, but his first language to learn was Spanish. And I just want to talk briefly, it's a hypothesis, about the Hispanic culture, and I don't know if it's something that's maybe personal. I don't think it is. I remember my grandma, my dad's mom, my grandma on my dad's side, in other words. My grandma used to have this room, and my dad still, has the house out there. But she used to have this room where my dad grew up in Corona, city of Corona. And in this room, there seemed to be a lot of antique stuff and maybe what kids would think is junk or whatever. And it's a room no one ever talked about. We would just walk by it. No one would ever talk about it, and no one would ever go in there. And as things in life seem to be haunted or enchanted or whatever you want to call it, it seems to be that I've come across that more than once in life, about people that have houses that have that kind of room or something, where all the fucking keepsakes are stored and shit. And if you're tempted to go there and throw a lot of crap away for, you know, on behalf of someone, or use it for a game room, you know, like, hey man, we could play video games in here. Why are we wasting this room, right? Anyhow, I didn't expect to ever stay at this place right here. But we lost our house in the mid-90s. At the same time as admitted to Claremont colleges. Fell short of graduating in 98. Wound up graduating a couple of years ago. And my dad was staying here. And then he got a place in San Jacinto. And another place in near the beach, near Oceanside. So I started staying at this place. It's been like living in a studio. I call it Phantom Studios. Because there was a trailer right here that my sister and her then boyfriend, Twink, and they called it Phantom Studios. And I recorded a lot of albums here and shit, and I've written a few books. So let's go inside real quick. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to get to. Over the last couple of days, this room right in front of me. Here's a Corona Extra shirt, by the way. Here's a Corona Extra shirt. See? Corona Extra shirt. This room right here was that room as far as this place is concerned. And you'll see a vacuum right here. See that vacuum? And there's a trash can. And you know, lift this up. There's a window. See the window here. And there's you know, some containers right here. But, you know, and a broom right here. I've been doing some spring cleaning. And look, I could go this far, you know. But this was the place. This was that room. Where, for fucking years, man, this particular trailer's been here, I don't know, at least 10 years probably. No less than 8, but I think something like 13 years. Since around 2000. And one time there's a bunch of trailers and shit, campers. You know, I was actually, when I was going to Claremont colleges, I was staying in a 25-foot trailer here that was bought from the neighbors, different neighbors, but bought from next door. My dad had a 25-foot trailer there, 40-foot or whatever it was. Can't remember. Anyhow. In 2005, you know, they were getting ready to build a high school around the corner, and eventually they did. It was, you know, Fontana now has 5 high schools. When I graduated almost 25 years ago in '89, they only had 1. But you know, they were trying to clean up this area. The code enforcement came by, and there was a 13-foot camper here and a 13-foot camper there, and my dad had to get rid of everything on a fire sale. Oh, here he is. I think that's him. I think he just walked up or drove up. So anyhow, what I wanted to say though, I only have a minute left anyway, but look at the truck over here. By coincidence, there he is. So anyhow, what I was getting at, well, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. It's kind of funny. We were talking about the room, we were talking about the thing, and got 1 minute. That kind of distracted where I was going. Cleaned out the room, blah blah blah. I don't know what, you know, I'm just gonna try to come up with some off the top of my head, because I'm gonna go out and see what he wants. Oh, by the way, tonight Stephen King has a movie on TV called The Dome. The Dome. It's about a big dome over a city, I guess. It's on regular TV. I don't know. This one's gonna be something about the room and moving on, or I don't know. All right, catch you later. Party on.